Hi, this is Mike Taylor from the Mobile Recruitment Awards, and today I'm delighted to be joined by one of the winners, and that is CV Library, who won the award for Best Mobile Recruitment Website for the Job Board category. And I'm delighted to be joined by Lee Biggins, who is one of the founders of CV Library. So welcome, Lee.
Hi, Mike. How you doing?
Very well, and congratulations on the award.
Thank you very much.
A lot of hard work went into it, no doubt.
Yeah, one of the areas we've been concentrating on really heavily most recently is mobile, as we've seen our users transition from the desktop sites to the mobile devices. So it's been a core focus over here at CV Library HQ, both from the design area and also from the tech department as well.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So for people that don't know CV Library, and I can't believe there's many that don't know you now, do you want to give a quick overview of the history, how you got started and how you got to where you are today?
Sure. We started CV Library, me and my business partner, we started back in 2000, and it was simply a case of I decided to find a new career and found that the job hunting process at the time wasn't particularly streamlined. You'd have to put a CV in the post to all of the jobs that you like the look of in the newspaper. You had to traipse around the recruitment agencies, and it seemed very long-winded. So I came up with an idea of putting all the CVs from everybody looking for a job in one place, and then giving access to all the employers and recruiters, and that's kind of how CV Library was born. And obviously we've evolved the business to become a job board shortly afterwards. And we've gone from one of the small players to one of the leading job boards in the UK now. Now, I think this month we've just overstepped the mark of 3 million unique users. So we're definitely up there, and we're generating a great deal of traffic.
Yeah, so very much a serious player.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And I know you're serious about your business, so that's why you've really invested heavily in terms of looking at your mobile presence and thinking it from the job seeker's point of view.
Absolutely. I think as an independent business, and someone that's come from a very small village business, you always care about the consumer, and obviously we've got recruiters and employers who we care very much about, but ultimately we wouldn't have a business if it wasn't for the job seekers. So we spend a great deal of time looking at our usability and candidate flows, and we're always conscious of technology changes, and mobile is one of the few that we've really embraced. And we, as I said before, we've spent a great deal of time and effort. Everything we've done on the mobile site has been done in-house by our guys. We've got lots of different mobile handsets and units lying around with people constantly testing and trying to break things, and we're consistently improving it for the user.
So how's the new responsive site gone down?
We made, as everybody, we made a few changes. We started off with having a unique mobile site, and recently we've moved to responsive. There are some real advantages from being responsive. I think it's actually a cleaner platform to work with. There's less maintenance, and the journey makes more sense. And as long as you do a good job of it, then there's no reason why it should go against you. There are some other advantages with SEO, but we decided to go down the responsive path purely because we felt it was best for the users, and it seemed like the most seamless journey. I think as you get tablets and lots of different mobile devices with all different screen sizes, it's easier to adapt rather than having a separate mobile platform. That's what we found.
Yeah. I know a lot of companies out there, they just want to say, get the tick in the box to say, yes, we've got a mobile site, but I know you've got a team of people there put a lot of time and effort into this, like user testing and how fast it loads and all those types of things. So can I have a word with one of the guys?
Yeah, certainly. I'll get Russell to come in and speak with us. He's our lead designer. He heads up the team that looks at the mobile, and also looks after one of the guys that does the usability testing. But actually what we tend to do a lot of at CV Library as well, we don't usually just have a few people look at it. We actually get the whole of the business, even the sales guys, fresh sets of eyes, people that aren't used to using the technology. So we get it in front of everyone, and we that way we get a better feel of what works and what doesn't.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah.
But with me, I've got Russell Harmon. As I said, he's our lead designer, and he manages the design team.
Okay, fantastic.
He's responsible for a lot of the success of the mobile site.
Yeah.
Hiya.
Oh, hi, Russell.
Hiya.
Yeah, I'd be interested, for the benefit of the listeners, the process you went through. Different size screens, as Lee mentioned earlier, that must have been a bit of a challenge in terms of the layout.
Yes, it is a challenge. A lot of the sites we built in basically 100% ratio, so it worked on any screen that you went in.
Right. And what were the sort of big challenges you found along the way? Anything surprise you as part of that process?
A big challenge was the retina screens on the iPhone and the iPad.
Oh, right. And what challenges did that offer?
Yeah, we had to get rid of a lot of images and basically use CSS for a lot of the design.
Oh, right. Okay.
Desktop. And
So,
all the images had to be double the size of what they would normally be, so they showed up a lot on the iPhone.
Yeah. So I guess more and more companies will be going down that route as well soon, won't they?
Well, they're going to have to, yeah.
Yeah.
Apple with such a big market share.
Yeah. So
One of the things, just jumping in there,
yeah.
we found, Mike, with the transition from the mobile to the responsive. I think the mobile sites are still very useful if you've got a site with relatively small amount of content, or you've got a niche product and you want to drive someone to a particular area. But because the site is so big and there's so many pages and so many different areas to the site, we needed it to be fluid, and we couldn't afford to, every time you design a new part of the site, you have to then design that onto a mobile platform.
Yeah.
So that was another decision moving forward to responsive. But as I'm sure you've seen all the buzzwords out there, we're now getting into adaptive responsive and progressive responsive and all sorts of responsive design.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not just the standard responsive.
I think one of the challenges in the early days with responsive is it literally, and I know some of the, for example, with WordPress, you can buy templates off the shelf just to have a responsive site, but it literally resizes every single piece of content, and that's not necessarily what people on the go want to see, is it? They just want the easy information to help them with their job search and apply.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Another big issue was obviously speed. Speed of the site, which we have to take into account quite a lot. And coming from the desktop and making it responsive, it was slow to start with, but we've reworked and speeding it up now.
Yeah, and I think speed's important. You know, with so many, I think it's a 15-year high now in terms of number of vacancies in the UK. So there's more and more people actively looking every day, and having a slow site is obviously a negative, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I think you've got well over 30% now of your traffic coming from mobile.
Yeah, Pete has got some stats on the mobile traffic that is printed out for us. He looks after all the analytics and does the evaluation. So it's probably good if I hand over to Pete.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Those stats.
Hello. So I the lovely job of reporting on quite a lot of the actual traffic that we get through to the site.
Right.
One of the areas that I look at is the mobile usage. Really kind of analysing what usage are we getting from mobile, and also looking at how mobile sits in the overall picture of the actual overall site usage. So to give you some stats, in 2012, just short of 14%, so 13.94% of our traffic was via a mobile device. In 2013, that almost doubled, going up to 25.45%. In terms of numbers there, in 2012, that was 5.2 million visits, whereas 2013 grew to over 15 million visits. So growth there of just short of 196%.
Wow.
Growth in mobile traffic between 2012 and 2013. So yeah, some pretty phenomenal growth there. And reviewing these stats, that's really what makes us understand that there is that transition from desktop to mobile, and really showing the importance of why you really need to have a really high level mobile site to actually use as well. So some some good performance.
Yeah, that's very good. So any predictions from the three of you when you'll hit the 50% mark in terms of mobile traffic?
Yeah, but it probably differs who you speak to. Personally, I think probably by 2016, I think we'll get to over 50%. It has grown very quickly. It's really quite amazing. We were told probably a few years ago that mobile was going to become such a key part of the business, and to be honest, a lot of people didn't really believe that it was going to be that high that quickly. But I think it's really taken quite a few people by surprise. But again, it's a good thing, and we've been able to respond to that very well and very quickly.
And I suppose when you think about it, three and a half years ago, the iPad didn't even exist, did it? So
yeah, it just shows you how quickly things change with technology. And who's to say in another 3.5 years that something's not going to pop up that's going to become even bigger.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Lee, thank you very much for you and your team's time today and for sharing the background behind the mobile website, and congratulations once again on winning the award for 2014 Best Mobile Recruitment Website for the job board category.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mike. We're obviously thrilled to have won the award, and as I said, a lot of time and effort has been put into the mobile site, and we'll continue to put it in, and hopefully we'll be there again next year.
Okay, look forward to it, and see you again soon.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Bye.